Hi everyone, I'm Angie Mitchell, and we're here in St. Alphonsus's test kitchen today. And I'm so excited to be preparing something for you out of the ingredients that are in my pantry. This is actually one of our family's favorite meals. I'm going to show you like a couple different ways you can change it up and serve it different ways. So your kids don't say, oh, we're having this again. You can say, no, we're having this kind of. Change it up. So I have 4 kids, and right now in quarantine, it's like everything revolves around what's next, what meal is next. So I've always got kids asking me what's for dinner, even if they just ate their breakfast. So hopefully this is something that you can enjoy, whether you're on your own or with a house full of kids. Today we're going to make Enchileda Skillet. So I am going to take my olive oil, about a tablespoon-ish. I don't really measure much. And I've got an onion. Actually, you'll see all our ingredients lined up here. So I have garlic, I have an onion, I have a pepper. You can use any pepper. It doesn't have to be orange. In fact, I have red over here, so we're going to use red pepper today. Enchilada sauce. I have a can of black beans, a can of pinto beans, some black olives. I've got some spices, so you can pull out those spices that have been sitting in your spice cupboard for a while. Salt and pepper, and rice. I have uncooked rice. So we're going to start by sauteing up our onion, pepper, and some garlic. Probably 1 to 2 cloves are good. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can use, if you have the jarred minced garlic, that's always great. Garlic powder works too, maybe about a half a teaspoon, sorry, it would be way too much garlic. And you just saute this up for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's just gonna be till your onion starts to get a little translucent and your vegetables start to get soft, your peppers start to get soft. Something else you can do at this stage, if you have like other vegetables that you want to sneak in for those kids, or maybe you just have some vegetable that's kind of starting to go bad, you can throw it in at this stage. Zucchini works really well, yellow squash, again, any peppers you have, green, red, yellow, if you want to kick up the heat a little bit, you can put in jalapeno, kind of whatever your taste buds are telling you, or your pantry, because goodness knows we have to make some substitutions right now. So while that is sauteing, I have just some long grain rice here. I've already cooked that up, and you're just going to prepare it to whatever package directions. You can use white rice, you can use brown rice. Sometimes I use quinoa, and so this is a cup of uncooked rice, which ends up being about 2.5 cups of cooked rice. So we're getting there pretty fast. I'm going to take my rice and I'm going to dump that in. I'm going to add my enchilada sauce. Now, this is another thing that you can do some substitutions. If you don't have any enchilada sauce in your cupboard, go ahead and use some salsa. You can use about 1.5 cups of salsa, or let's see, you could use diced tomatoes and just add a little bit more spice to it if you want to do that. Tomato puree, any of that will work in these times where we maybe don't want to go out to the store to get one little thing. We're going to add a can of pinto beans. You could add corn here if you'd like, just a can of corn. You can, change up your beans too if you want. Again, whatever you've got in the pantry is gonna work. And I've got a can of black beans, and these are all drained somewhat. So right now, basically, I'm just heating this up, just making sure everything is going to be warm. Now I'm going to add my spices, probably about half a teaspoon or so of chili powder. These are basically the same ingredients that are in taco seasoning, so if you don't have chili powder, and I'm going to add cumin, about a quarter teaspoon of cumin, a little bit less of that. Again, if you don't have the spices, you can just add taco seasoning to your taste. You don't need the whole package probably, but. And I have oregano here too. So I'm gonna add that, stir that in. Salt and pepper, maybe a half a teaspoon of salt. And about a quarter teaspoon of pepper, I'd say. That's a little too much pepper. So my kids are really pretty good eaters, but they all have their little quirks. One doesn't like this, one doesn't like that. So when I'm cooking, I try to take that into mind a little bit. Maybe do something a little bit. I won't ever cook a different meal, but I might do a few little varieties. So I'm going to show you that too in a minute here. Now I've got cheese. I'm going to take about a cup of cheese, and you can use whatever you've got. Cheddar, Kojak. Monterey Jack would be great. I just happen to have cheddar at home. And I'm basically just gonna let that, in fact, I'm gonna take it off the heat. And I'm just gonna let that kind of melt. If you have a lid, you can put the lid on, it'll melt a little faster. Also, black cheese, I highly recommend buying the blacks and shredding it yourself because it'll melt a lot better than the packaged shredded cheese, but sometimes that convenience is nice to have too. So, Enchileda Skillet. You can eat it just like this. You can, this is our favorite way to eat it at home. So we just put it on a bed of lettuce, whatever you've got. I've got romaine here. We like to sprinkle some crushed up tortilla chips on there. Add a couple of black olives, which are my kids' favorite. Everybody in the house eats black olives, like they're going out of style. You can also do like a traditional enchilada on a tortilla, just kind of roll it up, get some salsa, and maybe add a little cheese on there. Or just, again, eat it as it is. Simple, simple. Hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you all soon.